Padel is back after 1 month of vacations with historical news, new couples, player retirements and even the Nenno's injury. Hello to all players, I'm Pablo and I'm finally back in a new 4Set. The most important news in 10 years in Padel is real. World Padel Tour has been sold to Premier Padel, actually to QSI, the Qatar Sports Investments. Remember that Premier Padel belongs to QSI, to the International Padel Federation and to the Players Padel Association. So in this case, QSI has put the money on the table to buy the World Padel Tour. And obviously we don't know for how much money. But why the World Padel Tour has been sold? Well, there are plenty reasons behind that, but one of it is because the World Padel Tour contracts with the players expires this season. The World Padel Tour tried to renew the contract with the players for 5 more years, but the players said no. So after 10 years of investing money in World Padel Tour, the best exit is just to sell it. Doing this, at least you don't lose everything. So World Padel Tour is gonna disappear? Well, everything seems that yes, the brand World Padel Tour itself will disappear next season. Because in 2024, the only official tour in the world will be Premier Padel. And do you remember that the World Padel Tour complained against the players for more than 25 million euros? All these complaints against the males and the women's players are gone. So what can we expect for the next season in the Premier Padel calendar? Luigi Carraro, the president of the International Padel Federation, told me in the past Premier Padel Italy Major in Rome last month that in 2024 Premier Padel will have 25 tournaments at least. And they are gonna do it like in tennis. Players are gonna travel first to South America, there play around 5 tournaments, I don't know, then jump to North America, then Europe and so on. So everything will make more sense. But there is something that is not official yet, that is what is gonna happen with the ranking. For those who don't know, nowadays there are 2 official rankings. The International Padel Federation and Premier Padel ranking and the World Padel Tour ranking. Actually, in the International Padel Federation ranking, Lebron and Galan are still number 1s. But it is true that Coello is just 190 points behind. But at the same time, it's funny to see how Tapia is 8th in the ranking. Actually, the couple Coello and Tapia are 3rd in the International Padel Federation ranking, while obviously they are number 1s in the World Padel Tour ranking. So what is gonna happen next year with the ranking and also with the World Padel Tour points? Well, as I said before, it's not official yet, but there are some rumors. Of course, the official ranking for the next season will be the Premier Padel ranking. For these rankings, they are taking into consideration the points that the players got in the Premier Padel 2022 season and in this season as well. But the rumor says that next year also they are gonna take into consideration some World Padel Tour points. And the only World Padel Tour points that will count will be starting from World Padel Tour Madrid Master in 3 weeks. And just the 3 best results for each player. So if these rumors are true, imagine a player that wins Madrid, the following tournament and the following tournament. Will it make sense for him to play more World Padel Tour tournaments this season? He has 3 results and all of them are the best. And yes, for those who are thinking about it, all the points achieved in the first 6 months in the World Padel Tour will not count if the rumors are true. So for example, the 8 or 10 tournaments of World Padel Tour that Coello and Tapia have already won are nothing. And at the same time, next season we will be able to see again the A1 Padel Tour, the tour that Tolito, for example, plays at the same time that Premier Padel. Remember that A1 players have contract until 2028. Will we be able to see someday Tolito Aguirre playing against the best players in the world? This was the historical news from the last week, but there are some others. If you are excited about the Premier Padel 2024 season, subscribe to the channel. Pablo Lima, the Brazilian legend, has announced that he's only gonna play 1 more tournament before he retires. He's targeted to play with pain on his back and he wants to live in Brazil as soon as possible. He was playing with Agustin Gomez Silingo, but now Silingo has a new partner, so we don't know with whom is gonna play Pablo Lima his last tournament. And don't forget that Pablo Lima nowadays is the president of the Players Padel Association, the PPA. He wants to continue with that job, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it from Brazil. Anyways, other legend that just retired last week was Juani Mieres. Juani was 6 years in a row number 2 couple in the world alongside Pablo Lima. He played last week in Córdoba his last tournament as a pro player with Ivan Ramirez, that actually he is coached by Juani Mieres in World Padel Tour and Premier Padel. One more bad news regarding retirements is about Juan Martín Díaz, the legend. Remember that Juan Martín Díaz was number 1 in the world for 14 years in a row, 13 of them with Fernando Velasteguin. He is 47 years old and he's gonna retire at the end of this season. This generation is saying goodbye to Padel, but don't forget that Fernando Velasteguin and Miguel Lamperti will continue playing Padel as a professional Padel players until the end of the next season. Padel is not gonna stop and we have a new tournament, this time in Finland. It's gonna be an epic tournament because it's the first time in the history of Padel that the tournament takes place in a stadium built just for Padel. Around 3,000 people can fit inside. And a stadium built just for Padel means that after this World Padel Tour tournament, the stadium will continue to have the Padel court inside. But Martín Nenno and Franco Stupasuk are not gonna play there. This time it's Nenno who's injured. The right side player has inflammation on his left knee. So he's gonna skip this World Padel Tour stop in Finland and hopefully he will be able to play next week in Premier Padel Paris Major. Remember that Major means more money and more points. And with all this situation, Premier Padel points are gold. Let's go for a quick recap about the ranking and the race of the World Padel Tour nowadays. In the ranking, Coello and Tapia have 8,655 more points than Stup and Nenno. But in the race, Coello and Tapia have only 3,610 points more than Stup and Nenno. We need to calculate when Coello and Tapia can get definitely the number 1 this season because it should be close. One more thing to outstand from this Finland Padel Open is its court. After Vienna, the black color comes again to the Padel court. Even though some players like Sanjo complain about it because he was not able to see the ball properly. Do you like the black for the Padel court or would you prefer the blue or the red? One funny thing is that non-top couple has break their project. Having 2 or more weeks of rest is something incredible this season. And that sometimes means that is the best timing for new couples to form to have more time to training together. But anyways, the draw for the Finland Padel Open is already done. And we are not gonna be able to see a Galan, Lebron, Coello and Tapia final because if both couples reach the semifinals, will face each other. That means that in the other part of the draw, Paquito Chingoto, Bela Yanguas and Coqui Nieto John Sanz are the top couples. And starting from this tournament until the end of the season, Augsburger Libak are back. Are you excited for the 2024 season just with Premier Padel? Who do you think will win this tournament in Finland? Leave your opinion in the comments and thank you for watching the video.